Hello and welcome to an all-new Geek World Order video. Randy here, and today we're looking at the Transformers Age of the Primes, the Autobot Aerial Bot Slingshot. So yes, this is one of our new combiner figures that we are working through, and they'll be releasing them over the next few waves so that we can form Superion. So he is available in the current wave that is just releasing, along with Air Raid. And yes, so the first two aerial bots released in this wave are both of the aerial bots voiced by Rob Paulsen in the original G1 cartoon. So let's take a look at the figure here. And he does have some nice paint apps on him. Got these really nice blue and red details, nice Autobot logo, the black stripe down here. Got this blue detail on the tail fin. It's got the blacks and reds. Nice orange canopy, really nice looking. So overall, it does have a very nice streamlined jet mode. Really looks like the cartoon. And when you flip him over, there are some nice details that show. He's actually very nicely compact. You can kind of see where some of the robot stuff is, but it's not the worst. Overall, it looks rather decent in terms of hiding the pieces. There is some decent engineering on the figure, so like he doesn't have visible arms, which is great. So he does have these two guns underneath, and they do kind of just, you know, they're on the standard ports here. So you just put them in, and they do fold up just nicely so that you can actually just store them under if you don't want to have them fully exposed. Or if you're okay with it, you can also just point them straight forward and have wing-mounted weaponry. So there are some options as to what you can do with the figure and how you want to display it. So let's get into transformation on this guy. And let's take a look at some of his engineering. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the guns off, and we're going to put them to the side. So we'll start in the back of the jet. So this whole section here comes up, and then this tail fin, you're going to just pop it to the side here. Yeah, because that's where it's going to go when you break the feet apart, break the legs apart. And then you are going to pull these up, and they are going to do a nice little click into place right there. So we'll start with that. And you can, actually no, I think I want to keep those like that for a second. You're going to pull this part of the front part of the leg down. Just leave that like that for a second. Basically, this whole back half, you're just going to unhinge, and sort of like how they did with the Combiner Wars sets, the legs just kind of fold in on themselves. But honestly, I think these are, so there's a click here, and then you can just pull those right down, break the legs apart. As you see, that's how that goes. And then you can just pull the fins back. So overall, not too shabby looking there. So let's get into some of the upper half of the body mechanics. So this figure, you're going to pull the cockpit back, and you're actually going to take that part, and it's got these two tabs. You're going to put them into the slots that are right there. So here's where we get some of the engineering on the arms. They're going to be tabbed onto here. So you're just going to pull that out on both sides. And you're just going to rotate it forward, pull the arm down. And then there's just this kind of double jointed hinge right here. And all you're going to do is bring it down. And you're going to pull that, and you're going to rotate the head around. And there we have Slingshot in his robot mode. So let's take a look at the face sculpt on here. The primarily orange head that he was seen in the show with. And there are two tones of orange. There is a darker orange comprising his visor. So I don't know if it's picking up very well on the camera, but it is two different shades of orange. So the head is on a ball joint, so it can do full rotation. So the arm has that piece in it. So it does look like everything is attached while you're doing arm movement. So, and it does rotate all around as the peg up at the bicep. The arm you can fold it all the way up, and then it just goes straight back. There is no articulation on the wrist. It's just kind of stuck there, so slightly limited. He does have a full waist rotation, which mainly for posability. It does not affect transformation. The legs, you can go that far back, basically. Fortunately, there's a lot of stuff on the legs, so gonna have to kind of, yeah. Some of the kickback is not the best here. So he does have ankle tilts though, so they did factor that in. So you can get some decent posability out of him. And just the fact that there's so much stuff at the bottom here, his feet are super stable. But does he do the almighty super kick? Can he join the super kick party? Which I am surprised. Okay, cool. The legs are, I think the legs are a little heavy. Okay, so he can do a kind of a high super kick, but he can do a super kick. Just the legs are a little heavy, so it's gotta be a high super kick. So he does have his two guns, and there's a couple of options here that you can do with the guns. You can put them in the hands like that. At least on mine, the hand sockets are a little tight, so you can totally do that. Or they are a nice flat gun with not a lot of bulk up. And he has the ports on the side of his arms where they clip in onto the back here. So you could also do arm blasters. And the guns are kind of a nice flatter gun, so they actually look really good in that position. So you can have him dual wielding his guns in either configuration. Like I said, at least on this figure, the pegs for the hands are just a little tight, so putting the guns in there are a little rough. But you can have him kind of just nicely posed with arm blasters. So overall, I love this figure. It really looks like he just stepped right out of the cartoon. And I am already liking these updated aerial bots a lot better than the ones from Combiner Wars. I think was the last time we got a full aerial bot set. But I do like this figure. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna get the whole set. I'm gonna get Silverbolt and be able to form Superion. So I'm not gonna do any of the transformation of the part that he becomes. I'm gonna save Superion for its own video. Oh yeah, let's get a little 360 look at him here. Overall, looking really good. Not too much in the way of kibble. I mean, other than like the backpack that is the nose cone, but that's been a thing ever since G1. But if you just kind of flip it back and kind of look at him from the front, he doesn't look that bad. But yeah, other than that, like even in the cartoon, the aerial bots had their backpacks, so I'm not mad about that. But overall, I enjoyed this figure. I love it, guys. So thanks for watching this video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all those things that help the algorithm. And I will see you all in the next one.